morning, Blue Group. Isn't it a wonderful day? A day for school and for learning and for fun. Shall we begin our day with our morning song? Let's go. My left hand says good morning to you. My left hand says good morning to you. My right hand says good morning to you. My right hand says good morning to you. Annie Apple swings in the breeze, acts like an acrobat high in the trees, with a smiling face and a waving hand. She's the happiest apple in Letterland. What about Clever Cat? Let's sing that together. I'm Clever Cat, how do you do? I've got the creamiest cakes for you. If you stroke my ears and tickle my chin, then my whiskers twitch and I start to grin. Well, I can count 1, 2, 3 because I'm the cleverest cat you will ever see. I can count 1, 2, 3 because I'm the cleverest cat you will ever see. Munching Mike is mixing a marvelous monster lunch, mashing up money and bits of motorbike to crunch. When you see him in a mood, he's just hungry for some more food. So Mike's mom always has something metal for him to munch. Today, for counting, Mrs. Aston is going to let you start the counting, and you'll say 1, and then I will say 2, you will say 3, and then I will say 4. Okay, so when I point my finger at you, that's when you have to start counting. Are you ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yay! Good job, boys and girls. Shall we have a look at Mrs. Aston's board? It looks a bit different today because I haven't put maths up on the board over here. I thought it would be a good idea to go over as many sounds that we can today that we have learned since we started grade R. So, put your thinking caps on and try and remember the sound that each of these letters make. Are you ready?
O, B, K, F, T, I, R, N, M, K, A, and A. Let's look at what work we're doing today. Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to be talking about more or more than. And you're going to help me with this experiment quickly. And you're going to help me to tell me how many spoons I have after I've added one more. So let's get started. If I put 1 teaspoon of sugar into this bowl, and I ask you to put 1 more, how many teaspoons of sugar do I have in here now? If you said 2, you were correct. Let's try this bowl now. If I put 1, 2, 3 teaspoons of sugar into this bowl. And I say, blue group, please put 1 more spoon in this bowl. I had 3 in there. Now I'm adding 1 more. How many spoons of sugar do I have in there now? I have 4. Good. Let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 teaspoons of sugar in this bowl. Now, if I said please add 1 more, how many would I have? If you said 6, you were correct. Let's try to do it with bottle tops this time. So, if I have 2 bottle tops on my table, and I ask you to put some bottle tops here, but I want these bottle tops to be 1 more than that. So if we've got 2, what's 1 more than 2? Well, let's see. 1, 2. Now they're the same, but you wanted 1 more, which means I've got to bring 1 more. And that makes what number, boys and girls? 3. So 3 is 1 more than 2. Let's try a different number. What if I have 4 bottle tops on this side? And I asked you, I want you to put some bottle tops on this side of my desk, but the ones that you put on this side must have 1 more than that side. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now they're the same, but you wanted 1 more. So 1 more than 4 is 5. Shall we do one more example? I've got 3 bottle tops over here. Now I want you to put some bottle tops over here, but the ones that you put here, I want those to have 1 more than that side. Let's see. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Now they're the same, but this one has to have 1 more. So I'm going to put 1 more, and that makes 4. Isn't that easy, boys and girls? Let's have a look at the worksheet we're going to do today. All right, this is the worksheet that you're going to have to do today, and it looks very similar to the bottle tops that we've just been using on our table. So what you have to do is you have to look at the number of circles that is on this side, and then you have to make sure that the number of circles that you draw on this side is 1 more than this. So this side has to have 1 more. So what I suggest you do to make it a bit easier for yourself is start by making them the same. There, now they're the same. And then we can go and add 1 more. There we go. This side has 1 and that side has 2, which is 1 more. Let's have a look at this one. This has 3. Let's make it the same first. 1, 2, 3.
And then let's add one more. That makes this side have 4. So 1 more than 3 is 4. Do you think you can do the rest of the worksheet on your own? If you finish the worksheet, Mrs. Asen then wants you to get your colored pencils or your crayons, and I'd like you to color in the circles beautifully and neatly for me. Can you do that? Ready, steady, go. Okay, this is our second worksheet for today, and it's a picture of the beach. Oh, Mrs. Aston misses the beach. I wish I could go to the beach. It's not fun being in lockdown and not being able to go many places. So what Mrs. Aston would like you to do today is a little bit of counting. So this is what you have to do. You have to look at this picture inside the block. Then you have to find the same picture in this big picture over here. And then you have to count how many of these things you can find and then write the number in the block over here. So let me do the first 2 with you, and then you can do the rest on your own. This, boys and girls, is a little picture of a ship. Now, if I look at the big picture, I can count 1 ship. So I'm going to write the number 1 very carefully in my block over here. Then, in this picture, I can see a rock. So I'm going to count how many rocks I can find. This looks like a rock pool, don't you think? So Mrs. Asen is going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rocks. And I'm going to write the number in this little block over here. Now, I'm going to leave you to do the rest of the counting by yourself. Remember, look at the pictures in the little blocks and count how many you can find in the main picture. And if you've forgotten how to write your numbers, I've written them next to the worksheet here for when you pause the video, so you can write them the right way around. Okay, boys and girls, you can get started with that one. Okay, boys and girls, what we're going to do now is a game that you need to play with your mom or your dad or an older cousin or a big brother or maybe even a younger brother if they can play nicely. And it's all about how fast you can react and copy the person who is leading the game. Do you think you can do that? I'm going to show you the game with Tristan. Let's go. Okay, boys and girls, Tristan is here with me and he's going to play this game. And the object of the game is he has to copy everything I do. And I'm going to get faster and faster and faster. Are you ready, Tristan?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Got you, Trist. All right, so you can play that with mommy and you must try and do it as fast as you can. That's all I have time for today, boys and girls. You've got a PE lesson now with Miss Hussen and
before we go, I would also like to give you a clue as to what we're going to be learning about tomorrow. So here is your clue. Can you guess what we're going to be learning about tomorrow? I'll give you the answer in the morning. Okay, so the clue is boat, goat, coat, float, note. What about this one? Rock, clock, lock, knock. What about sing, ring, wing, swing, thing? Have you got any idea what we're going to be learning about tomorrow? I'm sure you do. Now go and have lots of fun with that game that I taught you, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.